Hey and welcome to this video. My name is Liv and I'm 21 years old and I'm from Denmark, but currently I live in Switzerland and I'm soon traveling around the world actually. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you some really great tips on how to improve productivity, and so all in all to get more done throughout the day and throughout the week, and also to become more mindful in the process. So first of all, what is mindfulness? So mindfulness is a state of mind where you are conscious and you are aware of what's happening outside but also inside of yourself. So you are more aware of your thoughts, which makes you more able to act in a way that's good for you. So as an example, to act in a way where you take decisions and do actions that is actually helping you achieving a goal or achieving a certain task that you need to do or anything like that. So all in all, it's really all about being present in the moment and being aware of what's going on. What's good about mindfulness? First of all, it improves focus. It will take away distractions and enhance concentration. It will also enhance decision making, so you'll be so much better at taking decisions right away instead of having to think and think and think. If you know me, that's something that I sometimes struggle a lot with. Like, small decisions can seem like a really big decision and I have a hard time taking decisions in general. But that's something I'm working on by becoming more mindful of what's happening and becoming more mindful of my own thoughts. Another thing that mindfulness can help you with is reducing stress. And as we all know, in the world that we live in right now, there's so much stress and we can easily get stressed out by a lot of different things: work, having to do everything and having to spend time with your family, having to do this and that. Not to say that spending time with your family is a bad thing or a stressful thing, but just to explain that we all have so many things that we need to do every single day and week and month that sometimes life just becomes a bit stressful. And that's where mindfulness in general can help you so much. Another thing is that it can help you with emotional regulation. So this is something really valuable because this will help you foster emotional intelligence and also better relationships. So all in all, mindfulness can help you with reducing stress, control your emotions, better emotional well-being, improved sleep, and also increased creativity. So let's take a look at the science behind mindfulness and productivity in general. So there's actually been a lot of studies at this point to show that mindfulness helps you with controlling your thoughts and emotions and helps you become more aware of the present moment. So what this means is that it will actually mean your mind will not wander as much, because we all know that sometimes when we have to do a certain task, we maybe, even if you are at school or you are doing some work, your mind can suddenly start to wander, which becomes a huge barrier for you to actually get the things done that you need to get done. Another thing is that a lot of studies show that it helps you reduce stress. And by lowering your stress levels, you will actually improve your cognitive function and have a better task performance. And what I was also saying before, it will actually help you with your emotional regulation. So it will help you with controlling your emotions, staying more zen actually, and also having a better day-to-day life because you won't get affected as much by small things. And what studies have also shown is that it helps a lot with improving your memory. So let's say throughout the day you're working and you have a lot of different things that you need to take in, but it can become a little bit too much, and sometimes you tend to forget things that you would actually like to remember. So this is actually something mindfulness can help you improve so much. By taking time to slow down and becoming more mindful in the present moment, so your mind gets more clear and ready to take more information in and actually store it instead of just taking it in and putting it out again. So what are some techniques that we can use to improve focus? So there's of course a lot of different things that we can do to improve focus. One of them is focus on our breathing, and this is something I know that maybe you're a bit tired of hearing that, but it's so important. I would even say it's one of the most important things. So if you're gonna listen to one of these, it has to be this one. So first of all, what you can do is find a quiet place or somewhere where you can actually relax without any distractions. It's really simple. You just have to focus solely on your breath. So sit down in a chair. The best thing is honestly to sit down instead of laying down, but it really depends on what you think. It can be a little bit individual. So basically just sit down in a chair in a comfortable position, so you don't need to move all the time, but sit down in a comfortable position, close your eyes and simply focus on your breath. And your mind will start to wander 1,000 times. That's okay. That's actually one of the most important things to remember, that it's okay that your mind starts to wander. You will get better at that with time, but as soon as your mind starts to wander and think about anything else that it shouldn't be thinking about, what you need to do is very simple. Bring your attention back to your breathing, because as long as you focus on breathing in, breathing out, you can't really think of anything else. It's only when you forget to do that that your mind starts to think about everything else. Another thing that you can do to improve focus is meditation. If you haven't really gotten any experience with meditation, I would just recommend you to start with like a beginner's guide. There's so many great guides out there. I can recommend Meditation Mountain on Spotify, and also just searching it up on YouTube. There's a lot of different guides there. I know Joe Dispenza is a really great meditation guidist. Is that what it's called? But I would say I have tried him, and I would say that he's really good, but he is a little bit more advanced, I would say. So if you're a beginner, start with something like Meditation Mountain on Spotify. So meditation is a lot like breathing and a lot like breath work in general. You actually just want to sit down in a comfortable position, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and you can do that by yourself, or you can listen to a meditation. And you can do this in so many different ways. You can also do affirmations, doing it yourself, or listening to a person reading up affirmations out loud, or it can be, anything really. There's no rules or anything. So try out what you like the best and go from there. The third thing that you can do is mindful walking. So here it's, again, truly simple, and it shouldn't be something that takes you a lot of time or anything, but instead helping you become more mindful and in the end more productive. So what you want to do, take a breath, take a walk. Go for a walk in somewhere that you like, in whatever it feels like. I wouldn't actually recommend you to hearing any music or anything like that. It just keeps you distracted and doesn't really help you to become mindful. If you want to hear anything in your earpods or anything like that, I would just recommend you to listen to a meditation guide or a breathing guide or something really relaxing. And I know that you might think you find music really relaxing, but don't listen to music when you're trying to become mindful. It doesn't help. The goal of the mindful walk is really just to refresh your mind and boost your awareness. The fourth thing is visualization, and this is so powerful. If you're not doing it yet, you have to do it. I would say more and more people are actually beginning to talk about it, and that's for a very good reason. So first of all, again, find a nice quiet place to sit. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. And what you want to do here, you can do it in so many different ways, but the most important thing is that you mentally create a vivid image of your focus, and you can imagine a lot of different things, but one of the things that I definitely can recommend you to do is visualize yourself in where you want yourself to be. Visualize how you want to be in 1, 2, 4, 3, 5 years from now, when you have achieved all of your goals. Visualize and feel how it feels like to be that person who has achieved everything that you want to achieve. Visualize how it feels to have the money that you want to have. Visualize how it feels to have everything that you would like to have. I know this is very individual, so it's hard to come up with a lot of examples, of course, but to me, some things that I would want to be visualizing when I'm sitting here, closing my eyes and visualizing my future self. So I would be focusing on, one, the person that I would like to become. So this is not like a complete another person, but it's my higher self. It's me in a couple of years from now, where I have a lot more money to do with. I have somewhere nice to live. I have my own place to live with my boyfriend, of course. I hopefully have a dog. I have everything I need. And most importantly, I have freedom in terms of location freedom and financial freedom. so I can travel wherever I want, whenever I want. This is something that I really want in my life, so therefore it's so valuable. When I sit down, I visualize this. How does it feel when I have achieved this? And it's not enough just to imagine it, you have to feel it, you have to get the feelings in your body, because your body doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination if you actually feel it. If it's a feeling you're creating in your body starts to notice it as something real. And if you do this enough times, you would start to become this person, and it will become 100 times easier for you to achieve your goals and get to the point that you want to get to. I hope it makes sense, but definitely look into Joe Dispenza if you'd like to hear more about this. Can't recommend it enough, definitely do that. Number 5 is mindful breaks. This is something I probably need to practice a little bit more myself, but it's so simple again. It's really just to set 1 to 5 minutes aside here and there to pause work and whatever you're doing and focus on mindfulness. All of these 5 things, I cannot recommend you enough to start today, implement them, or at least just some of them, to start becoming more mindful and more productive. So now I just want to tell you about how you can really integrate mindfulness into your daily routines. I have already mentioned some of these, but one of them is a good morning routine. So start out your day with a good morning routine that you do every single day, easy to follow, and you know that it's easy for you to do every day. So it's not like a 2-hour morning routine where you have to do this and that and it just feels very overwhelming. It's not that. Make it really simple and easy. It can be such a little thing as don't check your phone before you've had a 5 to 10 minute meditation, or after you've just been sitting at your bed or in a chair, focusing on your breath and just becoming awake and have a clear mind before you start filling up yourself with a lot of things from social media, from work, from other people and all of that stuff. The time of the day where you are most vulnerable for taking in information and becoming affected by things is in the morning, so you really want to be careful with what you fill up yourself with in the mornings. What I have started to do is I will not check my phone after I have been sitting down for myself, taken some deep breaths, or even have done a meditation and eaten breakfast. And this, I cannot stress how important this has been in my journey to have a better morning routine and starting out my day with a more clear mind. So another thing is mindful breaks. As I just said before, make sure to implement 5 to 10 minute breaks throughout your day, whether it's work related or whatever it is. Even like if you're with people and you don't really feel like you can take a break, you can always take a break. Like just go to the bathroom and sit there for 5 to 10 minutes. Focus on your breath, calm yourself down, and just be there in the present. You will have so much more energy to give out to other people and your day in general if you do this. So the third thing here is mindful eating, and this is something that I have been struggling with a lot, and I still do. I love food and all different kinds of food, also like more sugary things and chocolate. That's really delicious, but becoming more aware of what you eat and what you put in your body is so important for your health and for your productivity. And a thing that you can use here is use your meals as a mindful break. So when you're eating your breakfast, your lunch or dinner, whatever it is, don't take your phone and watch YouTube or watch TikTok, scroll through social media, anything like that. I know it's really tempting, and I also still do it sometimes because it's just like, it feels relaxing and it feels nice and entertaining, but in the end it's not relaxing. You're putting something in your head all of the time, and that's not very healthy. So I know it feels good, but it isn't. Like, it really isn't. So stop doing it, please, for your own good. Instead, take your time when you're eating your meals to really enjoy the food and appreciate that you actually get to eat it. Appreciate how it tastes and just become more mindful in the moment where you are putting good things in your body, and enjoy that. You don't have to fill up yourself with everything else in that moment. One of the last things that I want to mention in this video is the importance of consistency and practice, because all of this doesn't come overnight. Of course it doesn't, and you also shouldn't expect it to do. So one of the things that you need to remember is building a habit Make all of these things a habit by doing them over and over again until it just feels really natural to you and you just start to do it more naturally, just like brushing your teeth. And number 2 thing is remember progress over perfection. Things doesn't come overnight and you have to start somewhere. So if some of these things doesn't feel very easy for you to in the beginning, just like meditation or implementing those mindful breaks throughout your day or building a good morning routine or anything like this, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect in the beginning. Like it shouldn't be. You should really enjoy the progress and see you will make progress every single day when you remember to do the things again and again. And another thing is long-term benefits. So the benefits doesn't of course come overnight. You can actually feel some of the benefits really quickly, such as having a great morning routine, mindful eating, all of this. It does feel good in the moment, of course it does, but in the long term, that's where you will see the biggest difference in your overall life. I know that a lot of these things sound a bit fluffy and you don't really know how to start or when to start or how to do it basically, but that's just your mind putting up some blockades to try to stop you from doing it because it makes you feel overwhelmed in a sense. But trust me, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. In fact, all of these things are very, very simple and easy to implement. You just have to think of them as an easy thing to implement. Once you start thinking of these things as, oh, it's overwhelming, oh, it's hard, I'm not sure if I can do that, that's only for successful people or whatever you might think, don't think that. Just think of it as really simple, easy things to implement in your day-to-day life to make your life better in the long term. This will benefit you so much, I can't even explain it. You just have to try it out for yourself. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a part 2 of this because I honestly think this video is going to become really, really long, but okay, let's just see.